So as per usual, there's been a number of things going on in my mind, and I'm going to try and remember all of them. But at the same time, it's like when I don't see them in the other videos, and then because I've forgotten all about them, and then I remember like a day later or a couple of hours later my theory as well. Then I look with it and listen to my video, and I'm like, well, actually, that's all that stuff's very important. So maybe that was the most important. But I'm just doing it straight now because usually I start work at 7 p.m. in recent times. So I woke up about an hour ago. Now it's 10 to 7. So, an example. Okay, I saw a recording from Terry and Bell about autism and age, and my theory is it is what it is, because again, when I was younger, I used to have conversations with people in their 40s and 50s, and like it was like people in their 40s, 50s, and sometimes in their 20s or 30s were much better than the majority of people around my age. But then I always had a select few that I got along with that were around my age. But looking back, they were giving away all the symptoms of autism and ADHD. That's only one thing that came across my mind. There's many. Another thing is I think it's been 2 years. Maybe has it been 3 years since I bought any new clothes, because it's like I feel so comfortable in the clothes that I'm wearing. See, like if you guys look back, you can see I've been wearing these clothes, not the exact same ones, but I've got about 5 or 6 pairs of dress pants and about 5 or 6 shirts, and obviously in the winter time those shirts I don't wear as much. But then I have 2 All Blacks shirts and 2 of the jackets I bought this year, and this hat. But apart everything out, all that stuff I just said, and then I change my socks and underwear all the time. I don't know what it is, like, I buy like 5 pairs of underwear, and I've had like 5, and I buy another 5, and I'm like, oh yeah, they'll last me a week. And then a couple of months down the track, usually it's like I have to wear the same pair of underwear for 2 days in a row, because what's happened to the other ones? And then I'm like, oh yeah, no, it'll come back. But then it's the same for the next week or 2, and you're like, what the hell? And then you go get another 5-pack of underwear for like $10 or something. But all the other, and sometimes socks, But all the other clothing I've had for over 2 years. I'm not sure if I've had for 2 or 3 years. And this jersey, I bought it back in 2017. But I feel real comfortable in this stuff, and especially for this, like, when you go to a game, it's like for 2 hours, there's people that's my age, and there's people of all ages, and you go to the game, and I have autism, I have ADHD, I have all these things that make us different, and most people can't look past differences, and then they say that we're closed-minded, but they can't look past differences because they're arguing. They don't like someone's political view, or they don't like someone's religious beliefs, or they don't like someone's ethnicity, or they don't like someone's nationality, or and because I've been treated so differently my whole life, I can look past those things with ease. The only reason why I wouldn't is if they disrespect me because of those reasons. But if they don't disrespect me because of those reasons, my automatic response is to look past those things and accept people for who they are. It doesn't matter about your politics or your religion or nationality or ethnicity or gender. I pushed past those things long time ago. The most recent one was the religious block, because I thought about Christianity being the only one, until I was like, well, that's only because those people who did accept me, that didn't give away the signs of autism and ADHD, and I didn't have those labels back then, or Asperger's, or because I was giving away all the signs for Asperger's, but it turns out Asperger's is just high functioning autism. And the reason why I say autism now is because I don't want to be kicking down upon those who are higher up in the spectrum. That's why I don't get any. There's all these, not all these. There's barely any. It's basically none. It's like you might get like $200 a week or something for having a disability allowance, and I chose not to get it because look, I've been holding a full-time job and I'm working towards the cybersecurity thing, and there's these places where you don't have to have any qualifications, but it'd be nice to have. It's good. They recommend having experience, but I'm like, well, I used to be volunteer as security guard when I was with the church. I'm going to the prison once a month, and there was a time period there for a year or so where it was twice a month, and I've been physical security for 2 years, and I'm doing the cybersecurity study, so why don't you pick me and give me that 6-figure job over someone who hasn't had all these things? And it's all these things combined, and there's a lot of people that are higher up on the spectrum that they really need help, and so it's like, why should I be getting that 200 or whatever it is amount of dollars a week when they're in that? They didn't. I mean, I have all the struggles that I had, and you know what? That's just because of how the world treats me, because of my differences. And now, yeah, they say that there's some people saying I'm immature, but the reason why I'm thinking the way I'm thinking is because when I was younger, I needed to slow down, and I needed to be not so mature and take life so seriously. And now that I'm the age I'm at now, I need to grow up. Some people saying I need to grow up, but that's not everyone. Most people are pretty much like, if you're working and you're paying your taxes and you're paying your bills, then you're fine. But, well, yeah, I think that's because I'm at a security job. About half of my colleagues are either autism or ADHD or both. And, yeah. And last night, for example, about maturity, last night I went and had 2 beers at the pub with ADHD group, and that's another myth that can be busted. I think that they say that we have a lack of impulse control, but my theory is like, if we weren't so traumatized, we wouldn't be needing things like that to socialize. We wouldn't be needing things like that, And if that's the case, then how come we go to the ADHD group and no one gets drunk? Like some people have none and some people have 1 or 2, and we last like 2 or 3 hours just talking and stuff. And people might have had 2 drinks or 1 drink of alcohol, and then we don't stop. Well, I don't see any of them going to the bottle store afterwards. The bottle store's across the road, so half of them just got to walk home because they just live nearby, and I don't see them going in there. I see them going home, hopping in their cars and driving past the bottle stores and not stopping in, because I had to walk a couple of blocks to get to where my car was parked. And there's this stop off like this T conjunction. It's that way it's only one road, and people were honking their horns, and there was like a whole line of people honking their horns. Well, I was just like, man, these guys are assholes. Like, I was just thinking that the road is busy, assholes, and I was just saying it to myself like that. That I was like that too, but that. But like I had a bit more frown on the face, because they were all honking, but they had cars zooming past there, and it was non-stop for about a couple of minutes or so, and people honking their horns. It's like they didn't care if they'd rather me go and wouldn't care if I made it or not, rather than be patient for a couple of minutes and let some space open up so I can go. That's pretty immature and inconsiderate if you ask me. Trying to remember the other things I wanted to say, but these were some of them.